Today, I'm going to be sharing a clip from the Basement Podcast, the podcast that I run every week on probably Wednesday. Today, I was joined by Kidoi, Zach, and Goose Guy, who is the star of this clip. I hope you enjoy.
I do have a go-to joke that I like to tell, but it's very long.
Go for it.
That's
Go
what you
for it.
said.
We've still got another 45 minutes left on the podcast, so
I don't think you understand how long this is.
That's what she said.
Like 2 minutes, or it's like
10.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is like an eternity.
yeah, but that's fine.
I can't concentrate for more than 10 seconds.
Right, if I've got permission, I'll go for it.
Go for it.
So we're gonna start off with we meet antagonist Tyler. Now you gotta understand Tyler. He's around 22 years old. His birthday was about 3 weeks ago, and with it, he actually got one of those newfangled hoverboards, right? Yeah, you gotta understand, he hasn't really taken it out before this incident, so this is kind of like the first time on the road with it, right? That now he's not very good, you know. Up and down the drive, he had a bit of a practice, but he actually fell off, scraped his hand, but he got some gloves. He's back on, and yeah, he's hit the street, and it's road legal for whatever reason, because I've just decided it is, right? And he pulls up to an intersection crossing, right? And he comes to a stop. Now in front of him is actually it's a hearse, okay? It's like carries a coffin. And in the back of the hearse there is in fact a coffin, and you can hear like a weird noise coming from it. The minute Tyler doesn't pay too much attention, you know. He's still focusing on trying to keep balance on this thing. It's like a Marty McFly hoverboard, by the way, not one of the shitty ones with like 2 wheels, right? Okay, very important.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, light says go, and the hearse ahead, fucking foot down, for whatever reason, ungodly amounts of acceleration just pisses off, right? And as it does that, the coffin shatters the back screen and falls out onto the road. Right, Tyler, you know, a bit taken back by this, kind of fumbles a bit, you know, foot on the road, you know, comes to a bit of a stop. He's like, whoa, that's a bit weird. And gets weirder there because the coffin, whoom, whoom, starts moving towards him. Whoom, whoom. It's like, oh shit, this is a bit ominous, and it's a good like 6 feet away from now, but whoom, whoom, it's quickly closing in. So he thought, yeah, screw this, and he just like takes off around it, and he looks back and. Whoom, whoom, whoom. It's following him. It's after him. It's hot on his heels. It's like, whoa, coffins can't actually move this fast. Whoom, whoom, whoom. It's actually, you know, closing in on him. And he's thinking, shit, I gotta rev it up. I gotta put some speed. I gotta put some distance between me and this coffin. This coffin is probably bad business. I don't know what it wants. It can't be good though. So whoom, 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 whoom. It gets quieter. It gets quieter as he leaves it behind. You know, he's putting some distance between it. He's easily breaking the speed limit. But, like, you know, in this instance, he's being chased, so I think it's fair. Yeah, fair play. And as he actually as he actually breaks the speed limit, you know, he draws the attention of local law enforcement officer. I think it was Stephen. Anyway, Stephen, he's actually he's you know, balding, middle aged. He's done his time on the force, whatever. Yeah, he's seen thick and thin of it, but on this particular day, he's on traffic duty, okay? And anyway, he flags down our hero. He flags down Tyler, you know. It's like, whoa, hang on there, buddy. I don't actually know how fast you're going on that thing, but you're clearly going, like, way too fast. Yeah, Tyler, you know, he pulls in the side. He's like, officer, you're not going to believe me, but I was being pursued by some form of, I don't know what it was, but it looked like a coffin. It was making weird noises, and it was coming towards me, and the officer turns around and he goes, "Oh, you mean that coffin?" Whoom! The coffin right behind him. So I was like, "Yeah, that's the one. That's the coffin." And the officer steps forward. He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about this. I'll stop this." And he goes, "All right, coffin. Enough of this business. Yeah, time to stop." And the coffin, it stands completely upright. Whoom. And then. Boom! Slams straight down on the officer, turning him into fucking jam.
Okay.
Little bit of froth. It's like, oh my god. There's like you know, in like The Boys, the first episode. Spoilers. yeah, that happens. Like the officer, um, proper messed up stuff, and Tyler's like, "Oh, shit, I gotta go. I gotta call someone." And so he takes out his phone. But before he does that, back on the hovel, back on the road, putting some distance behind him, he hears it, whoom, 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 whoom. As he's starting to make distance again. But he's thinking, "I made distance the first time. It found me. I gotta put some more distance between me. I gotta check my phone." And he gets on his phone, and lo and behold, Officer Stevens' tooth has actually like chipped the home screen. He can't turn it on. He's like, "Oh shit, I can't call anyone with this. I gotta take it to the shop." But I could do with a battery change anyway. It's a fairly old phone, So on the side of the road, he sees a sign for one of those, those like phone repair, phone unlocking shops, like dingiest place you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
You go in there, but like for whatever reason, that man knows how to treat an Apple product better than the people in the iOS stores. But hey, we're not about to get into that right now. Yeah, he's got a bit of a thick accent. So Tyler goes in, and he's beat it with it's slightly rounder, probably about the same build as Officer Steven from earlier. And he's like, "Hey, Tyler, my brother." He's got a weird accent because I couldn't decide on which one to stick with there, right? So he's got like almost Italian. He's like, "Hey, Tyler, you come back. Your phone it play up, no?" It's like, dude, what accent you put on? He's like, "Yeah, I don't want to commit to this accent either. So what can I do for you?" He's like, "Listen, weird story. It's been a weird evening. I don't want to talk about it. Thick and thin it is. Can you fix the home screen on my phone?" He's like, "Of course, my friend. Let me take it to the back." Oh, French. He decides to go French, right? Whatever reason, there's a bit of context between these two. They used to go to college together, and they did this weird bit with accents between them. But obviously, Tyler's gone out of that. But Stalker, look, he hasn't, right? So he's gonna continue to do weird, you know, he's gonna do weird voices for the rest of this bit. Okay, right? Yeah, give me a nod. Yep. Okay. Very important that you follow along with this, right?
Mhm.
It's all gonna come back at the end. It's like Chekhov's gun. You set it up, you use it. Except in this instance, it's gonna be like a Chekhov's firing squad, right? So, he takes the phone around the back. And it's a good solid like 5 minutes, and he doesn't hear the coffin noises. At this point, he's starting to forget about the coffin. That thing's long gone. Maybe it found someone else to like turn into jam. Anyway, Storekeep comes back and he's like, "Hey, Tyler, I'm very very sorry. I fixed screen. Yes, very good screen." He's like, "Yeah, sure. How much is that gonna cost me?" He's like, that'd be 50 gold doubloons, right? It's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And he takes the phone and he reaches for his wallet and he hears it, whoom, whoom, whoom. And Tyler goes, "You gotta get down. You gotta get down. This coffin is coming in. This coffin. You gotta go." And he's like, "What be coffin? Arr." And fucking coffin flies through the window, fucking decapitates him, right? And it almost like catches itself and it spins around as if to be facing Tyler. It's like, well, this is fucking bullshit now, isn't it? So once again, hop on the hoverboard, right? And whoom, 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 the coffin right behind him. Whoom, whoom. He fucking jumps through the hole in the window that this coffin has made, right? And he hits the road. He's out again. Whoom, whoom, whoom. It's almost more aggressive this time. Whoom, 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 whoom. Starting to lose it again. Natal's thinking, this is the second time it's happened. That coffin, that's been hot on my heels. That's been there. I don't know how it's following me. I don't know if it is following me. Maybe it's random. Maybe it's gone on this spree of terror, and I just so happen to be in the middle. Either way, I gotta find somewhere to lay low. I gotta hide, right? So, what supermarkets do you guys have around there?
We got a Tesco, big Tesco.
Okay. You got big Tesco.
Yeah,
Well,
we got big.
guess what? Guess what? That's where Tyler pulls up. He pulls up into this big Tesco. Alex's big Tesco. Alex is actually there. Alex, do your cameo.
Hello, my name is Alex.
There you go. That's the rest. That's all of Alex. He doesn't get any more speaking lines in this one, right? So anyway, he pulls up into the big Tesco and he kind of kicks the hoverboard up and he catches it in his arm. He's actually got pretty good at that now. He didn't see it earlier because I was doing a pirate voice, but he was actually practicing that in the phone repair store. Yeah, that place that's gone. That's like that went up in flames for whatever reason. Don't know why. There was no flames mentioned, but it burst into flames. He probably left like some equipment on in the back, whatever, right? Anyway, Tyler scoots past the fire truck, which was going out of Tesco, I guess, right? And he goes into the back. He goes into the back. Well, he heads in the front door and he heads straight to the back. And he's like, okay, there's a lot of people in here. You know, the coffin's coming. Surely one of them's going to be able to like phone the authorities. Someone will see what's going on. You know, there'll be swift, decisive action here. And while he's looking at it, you know what he sees? He sees 50% off his favorite Mexican chicken. And he's like, that's pretty good, actually. I could go for some Mexican chicken. I don't actually have much planned for you know, what I'm doing for dinner this afternoon. Well, this evening, not afternoon. You know, he's already eaten lunch. He doesn't need to eat again, right, for a while. But he will need something in the evening, right? So, he's looking at this Mexican chicken, 50% off. Looks pretty good. And then he remembers, right? He's got bolognese in the freezer at home, okay? Now the bolognese, it's got like 3 meatballs to it as well. So you could say it's, you know, meatball and bolognese, but you know, he doesn't really count 3 as a healthy number. So he's just thinking, it's bolognese, there is meatballs with it, okay? Yeah, he's thinking about this. And in the distance he hears, woomph, woomph. What? He's like, oh shit, the coffin's I gotta hide. So he you know, he puts the chicken back because, you know, he's not a dirty criminal. He's not about to run out with it. He puts it back and he heads round to the side of one of the aisles, right? Furthest away from the door. And then, woomph. Woomph. It's gone slower. What could this mean? And then, glass shattering. The coffin flies through the window. Whatever fucking reason, the coffin, it's got a Tommy gun, right? And it fucking opens fire into the crowd. There's screams, there's panic, there's glass shattering still. It's happening so fast. There's like someone's still trying to frantically scan at the self checkout, and they're just fucking filled with lead, right? They ain't getting what they came for, right? There's milk everywhere. He was trying to scan his milk. He couldn't scan it in time for a bullet bears that he's dead. He's gone. He's out. Anyway, it fucking screams like a cacophony of death fills up the store. This coffin is showing taking no prisoners. For whatever reason, the magazine size on that Tommy gun is it's too damn high, right? He stops for a minute. Here's the drum mag hit the floor. Woomph. And then there's another drum mag in, and he's firing again into the crowd. That he's leaving no one, right? And in the chaos, Tyler manages to slip round the back. And he goes down the aisle and he hits the door. He's gone, right? As he leaves, he hears the woomph, woomph, as the coffin turns around. It drops the gun and it gives chase again. Woomph, 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 woomph. And shit's getting fucking crazy, right? Anyway, he's out of the Tesco. He's gone. I need to pick up the pace. I know how fast this hoverboard can go now. This thing is probably road legal on like a dual carriageway. So, hits the dual carriageway. Whoom, 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 whoom. Coffin. Going quiet again, right? He's thinking at this point, I can take this dual carriageway, I can just go home, right? At home, I could just go back to sleep, because clearly this is some form of horrible nightmare that's going on, right? Anyway, on the dual carriageway, traffic's not too bad this kind of day, all things considered. You know, and he is, you know, on a hoverboard, which, you know, it's about slightly thinner than your average motorcycle. So, you know, he can bob and weave out. He can kind of get between where a thinner vehicle wouldn't be, well, a larger vehicle wouldn't be able to. I say thinner, I mean a larger one, like a bike or whatever. He's able to get through. Feels pretty good. The advantages of having like smaller transport. And guess what? It's more environmentally friendly, right? Very important that. Remember that. But in the distance, he hears something. Woomph. Woomph, 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 woomph. Woomph, 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 woomph. And it's like, what the hell? Where's that coming from? There's no way it's on the road behind me. I'm going too fast. And then his figure is engulfed by a shadow, and he turns around. He sees it's the fucking coffin piloting a Black Hawk helicopter, and it just fucking rains death onto the motorway. The guns fire and the missiles go off. The truck beside him just blows up. The shockwave almost knocks him off. It's like, holy shit, this coffin needs fucking business, right? Coffin just, it's a concatenating of death. Once again, he thinks back to Tesco. He's like, oh no, this is awful. And I didn't even get that chicken. I could have gone for that chicken, right? But no, I've got my bolognese and like 3 wet meatballs. They're not the best meatballs, but you know, it's dinner regardless. Anyway, yeah, back to the dual carriageway. He's like bobbing and weaving between these shots and this Black Hawk helicopter piloted by this diabolical coffin. He's like, yeah, this is getting a bit silly now. And he hits the tunnel that was there the whole time, right? And he's behind him, woof, 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 woof. Can't follow him into the tunnel. Can't follow him. He's trying. He's got pretty low, right? I just did a hand gesture, but obviously my camera's off, so you guys can't see, right? But he tries to get in. He can't get in. I say he. I don't know what the coffin is. I never asked, right? But yeah, I can't get in. At a moment, there's peace. He hears sirens in the distance, some form of fire engine, police, ambulance or two. I don't know. Casualties are pretty damn high. This coffin doesn't take prisoners. Coffin doesn't give a damn. Coffin takes ass, kicks names, right? Anyway, we're pulling up. What time do you reckon it'll be? It's got to be like 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's pretty fucking late, right? He finished late anyway. He finished late at the Lego store he works, right? He worked at the Lego store, and recently, whatever, he doesn't like what he does, to be honest. He thinks a lot of the sets are overpriced. You know, the Mandalorian, the ship from there, like the Razor Crest, that thing goes for like $800, and someone came in and actually bought it today, and he's like, that's not, you know, there's better things you could spend your money on, but who am I to judge? It's a cool hobby, I guess. You get a nice set, right? Anyway, yeah, he was working late anyway, so, you know, by this time, he's not surprised. It's about 8 o'clock. He wants to go in, he wants to have his bolognese, and he wants to go to bed, right? Coffin, you know, that shit's crazy, but it's too silly at this point. There's no way this is real, right? So, he pulls up outside his flat. He's number, I think, 44 he was? Yeah, he was number 44, right? He goes in, and he fumbles with his key a bit. There's a bit of, like, broken glass on the side of his gloves that he just like wipes off. He's like, yeah, that's weird, but whatever. He opens the door, and he closes the door, and he puts the little chain across to lock it. He's like, I don't think that'll stop the coffin, but I'd prefer to have it than not to have it. Okay. So anyway, he goes in, turns on the oven, right, and he hears a knock at the door. Bang, bang, bang. It's like. There's no way that's the coffin, right? If it was the coffin, it would just like burst through the door and kill him, right? So he goes, he opens the door, he actually takes the chain off and he opens the door. And surprise, it's the coffin, right? Woomph, woomph, coffin goes straight in. Woomph, woomph, goes straight past him. Woomph, woomph, goes into the fridge. Woomph, woomph, throws the bolognese on the floor and starts jumping on it. Like, you bitch, why would you do that? That was my dinner. And the coffin's like letting out a maniacal coffin laugh, like a woomph, 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 woomph. Right? Anyway, all bets are off. He throws the key at the coffin. He throws the hoverboard. He's like, yeah, fuck you, coffin. The coffin turns and looks and clearly pissed off. He's like, woomph. Woomph. Starts moving towards it. Like, shit, this is where the coffin gets me. And so he runs up the stairs. He's like, there's no way a coffin could climb the stairs. And woomph, 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 the coffin is climbing the stairs. He's like, shit, I didn't consider this. Remember the Daleks from Doctor Who?
Mm-hmm.
Their whole thing was like they couldn't climb stairs. Anyway, this coffin, clearly more powerful than the Daleks. He's climbing the stairs, no bother, right? So he's up the stairs. He's at the top of the stairs. They're like, shit, where do I go from here? I could go into the bedroom. Nah, that's no way out. I gotta go. And he takes too long to think, and he finds himself cornered, right? He slams the door shut, revealing that he was in fact, he was in the bathroom. He'd backed himself into the bathroom, right? He's like, and the coffin's bashing against the door. For whatever reason, clearly unable to open this one. Some form of reinforced bathroom door, right? And, you know, Tyler's freaking out. He starts throwing stuff. He grabs some toilet paper. He throws it at the coffin. He grabs the plunger. He throws it at the coffin. He grabs the bleach. He throws it at the coffin. he goes through the medicine cabinet, he grabs some cough medicine, and he throws it at the coffin, and the coffin just stops.
That is the most. That was the
Took me a
most
second.
long-winded fucking. Oh my god.
How the
Oh.
fuck are you able to remember all this shit?
I don't know. Where's he gone? Has he left the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to remember it all. You just have to remember the punchline.
Thank you for watching. If you're disappointed by the punchline, so was I, but I think it was really worth sitting through because it meant I had more content for the day after. Don't forget to like and subscribe. There's also my Discord. Join it. The link is in the description. What else is there? People ask you to press the bell button. Don't bother with that. You just get flooded with notifications that you never watch. Are there anything else I can think of? Yeah, leave a comment. Do that as well. And that's about it. Goodbye.